Welcome back to Studio 10.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us this morning. Okay, it's tax season. You're getting your W-2s. You're getting ready to file your taxes. And of course, you want to make sure that everything is right. That's a lot of pressure. Then you have some people who just want to make things harder for us. I'm talking about the scam artist, Paige. Okay, how can we avoid these nasty people?
Well, Cherish, it's not easy crunching the numbers on your tax return, and if you're like me, you usually leave it up to a professional. But how do you know you're enlisting the right person? And how do you know you're not falling victim to a tax season scam? We went to the Better Business Bureau for answers.
Tax season for some means getting a good hunk of change in your pocket. Others, it means writing a big old check to the government. Whichever category you fall in, hopefully the first one, you want to do your taxes right. It takes a professional to crunch the numbers, and you want to be careful who you choose. Stephanie Knight at the Better Business Bureau says they get tons of calls and complaints this time of year. She gave us some tips on how to wade through the mess. First, she says you need to pick your preparer. There are different types for different needs.
If you're a straightforward W-2, a single form or two, you can probably work with an enrolled agent. But if you have some businesses or rental property or other investments, you really want to check out a CPA or an enrolled agent, somebody that's going to have a little bit more of professionalism, licensing, and ongoing education.
Wherever you go, make sure to check credentials. Also note that CPAs are the only professional that can represent you with the IRS. You want to avoid signing a blank return. That's when you go ahead and sign your tax return when it's not 100% complete.
And you should review everything someone puts in front of you, especially a tax return or a document or a contract. And you don't want to sign anything with missing blocks or squares or information that's not complete.
The Better Business Bureau is also warning about companies, often car lots, that let you spend your return before you even get it. It's like a loan until the process is complete. But with any loan, there's interest. And until it's complete, you can't know how much you're going to get.
There's a lot of stuff they need behind the tax return. They can't make those kind of projections. They need to work the numbers and go through the form in its entirety.
As with any season, scammers are on the prowl. If you choose to enlist in an online tax prep, make sure it's a reputable company. Also, don't trust emails or phone calls that claim to be with the IRS.
Federal agencies work by snail mail, and they communicate with a taxpayer or just a citizen via mail. So that's always a tip when you're dealing with any federal agency.
As with any business, if you have a question, just dial the BBB.
Might be a good idea, too, to look for that little sign, too, when you go to a tax preparation office, the little Better Business Bureau sign. Usually they'll have them hanging or set up somewhere.
And it's really neat. The Better Business Bureau, in a couple of weeks, maybe next month, they're actually going to start putting complaints online. So, I know now if you call, you can request to hear some of the feedback, but they're actually going to have that available to consumers online, so you can go, anywhere that has a Better Business Bureau seal, or anyone that maybe doesn't, maybe has an unfavorable ranking. You can go online, type in the name, and come up and see what other people are saying about it.
Yeah, always a good idea to check with the Better Business Bureau. So have you started getting your taxes together, all your documents?
I don't have a lot of documents. I need
Really?
to. If I saved receipts and things.
that makes it easier.
Yeah, I have about one form. Just send it in and pray. Last year I was a student.
Pray,
I was a
she says.
student, so I did really well. This year, I don't think so. I'm not looking. I'm not too excited. I don't think I'm going to get anything.
I just need to get mine together. That's what I always dread, is just getting it together, the preparation.
I don't do the prep. That's the problem. I'd probably make a lot
You might get more money if you do, Paige.
Oh, I would. But I don't think about it until it's tax season, and they're like, what about this? What about, you could get something back on this? And I'm like, amazing.
Now's the time. Hey, thank you, Paige. Okay, coming up, Michael has a look at the weather, and we'll head back to our great kitchen.